you're a disease. You're not wanted here. That's how it feels.
Go back to where you came from. You're a terrorist, you're a threat.
A car full of gentlemen decided that they wanted to express their thoughtfulness for my color as I was walking to class, and that was interesting.
My first quarter at DU was definitely hectic. I was placed in the situation with a roommate that we did not get along with. I was the only person of color on my floor.
So I identify as a gay Asian American male. So coming to DU, that's a predominantly white institution.
When I first got here, we were just in awe with the beauty, and we all agreed that this was the place I would be for the next 4 years. But when orientation week came and when move-in day came, it was a little, I had a different feeling.
There were two girls on my floor named Sierra, and I was always referred to as the black one, whereas the other girl was referred to as whatever her last name was. It was frustrating at times just because no one wants to be identified just by their physical features, you know. It's kind of degrading.
The experience at the University of Denver, I would just call it ironic. I came in with the idea, with the notion that I would have support, and then I ended up coming here and ended up having a responsibility of addressing other people's ignorance.
Somebody asked me why I wanted to take a class on race so bad, and I told them that I'm affected by race on a daily basis, and it will be interesting to learn more about it and avenues to deconstruct racism. The person responded to me and told me that they have race shoved down their throat every year during February, and they were referring to Black History Month. So I told them, on the other hand, I have white history shoved down my throat every day of my life.
That everybody else is making friends as they first start up here, and then yourself being that outsider, it's like, who am I there to lean on? The teacher doesn't relate to me, the students don't relate to me. Very different, to say the least. So it just felt it was a very lonely feeling being there.
For me, wearing the hijab was a very simple choice. I know there are a lot of assumptions that Muslim women are forced into it by their dads, their brothers, their uncles, or whatever other, tyrannical man they have in their life, which was not true. I came upon this decision on my own. And in the end, I chose it because I believe in a God, and I believe that this helps me have a positive relationship with him.
I guess my main family consists of me, my mom, and my two sisters, three aunts and three uncles. Kim, that's Chiang. And my family is originally from Cambodia. They're actually refugees of the Cambodian genocide known as the Khmer Rouge. I always remember myself, in college, whenever I'm going through a tough time, my family had it worse and I could do better.
For 10 years back in Fresno, I volunteered with the Black Men's Organization. They were very bright and smart, but they'd grown up in some places where, hey, when you're 14 or 15 and you have to provide for some extra people in your house, you have to do certain things. And those things lead to periods of incarceration. When I get settled, I definitely want to teach economics courses in prisons. I think it's important that folks who are incarcerated have access to education. I think economics education is vital.
I switched my major around my sophomore year of college. So I switched my major to psychology, and I found a different passion in working with younger girls and learning how to build self-esteem.
I want to go into transportation is kind of the overall goal. My far-reach goal is to become U.S. Secretary of Transportation. I want to get there, and I want to work for the president.
I would like DU to look like Denver. I think that's important. The world's small now, and it gets smaller every day, and so this idea that I can just work in my comfort zone with people who look like me doesn't work.
An inclusive campus, to me, definitely there would be more cultures, more races on campus, more appreciation, not tolerance, but actual appreciation. Because I've experienced people who try to come with me with the colorblind approach, and while it might be a positive sentiment, it erases so much from a person. Because I want you to know that I'm black. I love my blackness. But I also want you to understand that racism is an issue that exists in society, and we can't just ignore the issues and expect them to go away.